Hey guys, got a quick video here. Now it's going to be on this Odyssey O3M. And in the vast sea of mechanical autocockers out there, the O3M is not usually on most people's short list. And is that unjust? I think so. And I got a few reasons why. First of all, this gun came out in about 03-ish. I think that's what the 3 in O3M stands for. Odyssey is the O. And M actually stands for mechanical because this gun actually had a twin, which was O3E, it was called, and it was actually an electronic open bolt faster gun called, it was based off the Diablo Wrath. Basically had all the Wrath parts on just this body, minus the back block here. And in fact, if you take the bolt and stuff out and you look down there, which I'm sure you can't see, there's actually a hole in there for an open bolt type setup going straight down to where the hammer is, so they could use the same body and just save on machining costs, I'm sure. So this gun's kind of cool in that, in fact, that it has the open bolt and closed bolt versions, so it's pretty unique. But a lot of people like to think it's a crappy gun because it's a Fokker or fake autococker, an unlicensed autococker not milled off of WGP bodies. And but there's some advantages to that because it's so thinly milled compared to like a stock body WGP gun that it's pretty light in comparison. Some other things that are really nice about it is they were kind of ahead of the curve, and at the time everyone wanted to like make their gun seem like tournament ready, so they actually pre-drilled them for eyes even though they never released an electronic frame for it. So it comes with a nice metal eye cover instead of a crappy clips, like rubber bendable one that they're just not too nice. This is actually much nicer, and it came with a nice low-rise clamping feed neck, and I mean that's just nice. I mean it's way better than the press fits or the screw-on type ones. There's really no complaints about the feed neck. Even the ball detent style it takes the same threads for cocker threaded detents, but it's actually got rubber nubbins in there, and there's grooves on the bolt, so it just slides right through and they work fine. I just gotta get it back in. But yeah, the O3M, it's pretty decently good shooting gun. The biggest red flag that people have about it is it shares its pneumatics with the Dragon Fokkers, and people think they're crap. And if they don't work, I guess they are, but you know, if they work fine, I really have no complaints about how this gun shoots. Everything does its job. The three-way, it works, you know. RAM works. LPR, you know, it does its job. It pushes air into the ram, pushes the bolt back, you know. It's like, if it works, I don't really have any big problems with it. Something that was a problem though is these things came with a very, very crappy HPR stock out of the box. That's probably why they got most of their hate. These regs were bottom line mounted like a max flow, but they were mostly made for like spider clone blowbacks, and they just didn't work too well, and probably made the gun pretty inconsistent, so I slapped on a A&S Gen X2 reg and fixed it right up, and that's the only modification I've done. And the gun shoots fantastic. I've used it on multiple occasions. Haven't had any problems with it. Something interesting though is the gun kind of has a mix of metric and imperial style fittings, like the grip frame screws. Those are metric. The eye cover though is imperial, as are the two feed neck screws that hold on the feed neck itself. But the adjustment screw on the feed neck is metric, as well as the adjustment for the LPR. So it's kind of weird. It's like one of those weird guns, but it's not too bad. They also this uses the same trigger frame as the Dragon guns, but they made it a lot lighter spring. If you've ever felt a Dragon die knockoff frame, which looks exactly like this, they have these super thick springs in them to prevent people from short stroking, so that if you're going to pull the trigger, you're going to pull it all the way. Otherwise, you're not going to pull it at all because it's super thick. I guess they assume more experienced people would buy these guns, so they put in a lighter spring, and you can get on these triggers. There's no problem at all getting this gun up to speed. They even actually included a gauge on the bottom so you can monitor your pressure. And seriously, I mean, there's not much else you can say that's like bad with this gun. If you really hated these pneumatics and you thought they were just going to fail or they actually leak or something, you know, just switch them out. This gun's completely compatible with basically any autococker upgrade: valves, springs, pneumatics. You can put pump kits on here. I guess you couldn't really change the bolt, but it's like, you know, why bother? It's got a nice Delrin bolt. No problem there, you know. I don't know how you can improve on that. That's pretty much it. So if you come across an O3M, don't hesitate about picking it up. They're classic, fun little guns.